So, Grand Rising, motherfuckers. Yes, I'm in my bathing suit. It's hotter than a whore in church outside, and I'm in my garage working on some projects. And a little ting in my head said, go inside and do a quick card draw. So yesterday, I went to the library with my daughter, Stevie, and my granddaughter, Lucy, and then my other daughter, Sophia. And there was a pony there during their story time, so the pony was black and white too, which I find so non-coincidental to everything that has been going on the past couple days in my own life. Coexist with the Uni-verse. Black and white pony. Pink Pony Club came to my head when we were there because that was their theme for their birthday party back in May. Both my granddaughters was Pink Pony Club, and then every time I literally think of my granddaughters, that's the song that comes in my head, is Pink Pony Club. So I wanted to just pull one card, a tarot card, from the Starlit Dream Tarot deck, and then I'm gonna read a passage from 3 books that I got yesterday at the library. The first book is called The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking, and that's called Quiet. And then the second book is The Priest and the Medium, and this is the amazing true story of psychic medium B. Ann Gaiman and her husband, former Jesuit priest Wayne Knoll, PhD. And then last and certainly not least, I am a lover of ghost stories, and there are a lot of tours that you can actually go around in Berks County and go on haunted house tours, Berks County haunted houses. And this is called Real Ghost Stories. 2 tales of terrifying spirits and haunted places. Okay, so let's pick a card first, a tarot card, to 11. And then I'm gonna just open randomly to each book and read a paragraph. And then we're gonna finalize everything by picking an oracle card, 222, from my spell casting oracle cards deck. Repent any negative energy. We only call on our spirit guides, the universe, the goddesses, and my angels to guide us. No more, no less. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a better place. So let's start giving. Okay. Quiet. But physical lack of cool may be more socially valuable than we think. That deep blush when a hard-bitten tester puts his face an inch from yours and asks if you've ever used cocaine turns out to be a kind of social glue. In a recent experiment, a team of psychologists led by Corinne Dilk asked 60-odd participants to read accounts of people who'd done something morally wrong, like driving away from a car crash, or something embarrassing, like spilling coffee on someone. The participants were shown photographs of the wrongdoers who had one of 4 different facial expressions: shame or embarrassment, head and eyes down, shame, embarrassment plus a blush, neutral, or neutral with blush. Then they were asked to rate how sympathetic and trustworthy the transgressors were. Okay, that was from Quiet. And now we're going to pick from The Priest and the Medium. Once a week, the novices participated in a special session designed to smooth out whatever rough edges kept them from fitting in. They met in a classroom where they gathered in a circle. A novice would kneel in the center, surrounded by his peers. The others were expected to state the young man's faults. He was then given an opportunity to either correct himself or leave. The comments were often brutal, and several young men left as a result. When Wayne's turn arrived, he hesitantly moved to the center of the circle. He got down on his knees and held his breath. He scanned the solemn faces, wondering what egregious faults they'd raise. He had been unkind to another. Was he too impatient? His only consolation as he waited was knowing that all of the novices were eventually subjected to the same fate. And last, and certainly not least, real ghost stories. Gretchen had been filled with regret over the fact that her Uncle Ted had placed Deborah in a nursing home. She knew that Deborah was 77 years old and had been quite ill, but Gretchen was sad that when she had her first child, her grandmother would be so far away. Gretchen told her husband Larry how much she wanted her grandmother to be with her when the baby came, but she knew that even if they could afford to fly her to Spokane, she wouldn't be able to make the trip by herself. On the night of October 17th, 1992, it's the year my daughter was born, Stevie Nicole, 2 days before her baby was due, Gretchen experienced a very difficult night. She was highly nervous and extremely uncomfortable. When she did slip into brief periods of fitful sleep, she would dream of terrible things happening to the baby during the delivery. She looked at the alarm clock for what seemed like 1,000th time that night, saw that it was 2:15 a.m., sit up in her bed, and began to weep. That was when I saw Grandma standing by the side of the bed, Gretchen said. I know I was not dreaming because I had been so anxious and restless, and I had just sat up in bed, wide awake and irritable. Gretchen remembered clearly that her grandmother just stood beside her quietly for a few moments before she spoke soothingly to her. Everything is going to be all right, honey. You just stop your crying and fussing now. Be brave and be Grandma's big girl. I'm going to be with you every minute of the delivery. I will never leave your side. Everything will be fine. Now, blow Grandma a big kiss and remember that I always love you. Gretchen found herself blowing a kiss toward Grandma's smiling face, and then the image of her beloved grandmother disappeared. 717. And I just heard ya in my head. And now, an oracle card. It's on the bottom. Justice. Words are like seeds planted in our minds. Positive affirmations boost our self-esteem and resilience, help us overcome self-doubt, and build strong self-worth, much like tending a garden leads to a good harvest. Just as a farmer carefully selects and nurtures seeds to ensure a good harvest, we must choose our words with intention. By consistently using positive and empowering language, we create a life full of hope, opportunity, and abundance, and ultimately reap the rewards of a well-tended life. 811. And our oracle for the day. Boundaries. Like a motherfucker. Love you.